Oh man. Okay. So if in this video if you see a stain on my shirt, that's because I ate a protein bar. So don't even question, okay? So a couple of months ago, I was like sat on my bed questioning my life, the usual. And then I looked at my practice pad and I was like, you know what? I haven't practiced at all for like 3 months now. Like, what the hell? Why am I not practicing? Well, it was because apparently I didn't have a drum set. So, I just made up an excuse. I had a practice pad, but I just didn't want to practice. And then school starts, and that's when I do like so much excuses to myself, like I got so tired after school, and I have to go to the gym as well, and blah blah blah. So I didn't practice for a good like couple of months. Anyway, that was like basically 3 months ago. And now I can confidently say like I did the wrong decision. So I literally had time to practice, but I didn't practice, bro. You know why? Because I was shitting myself with all of these excuses. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm tired anyway, so let's just practice tomorrow. Tomorrow rolls in, guess what happens again? I don't practice. Then I just go to a studio and stuff, and I have to practice and everything like that. And then I come to Canada. And then I realized like all my time I've spent in Bali. By the way, like we were staying in Bali, but like all the time I've spent in Bali, why did I switch to an Indian accent, bro? All the time I spent in Bali. I didn't properly practice. Like, of course I went to the studio and I practiced drums, but like, dude, I literally didn't sit down and actually practice. And I always made these excuses, like bullshit excuses, like, oh yeah, I'm so tired today, so I don't want to practice. Like, of course every day you'll be tired after school, so will you not practice every day? No. Like, bruh. So anyway, I just kind of like don't practice. I come to here and bro, like I question myself. Like the whole 6 months, I literally didn't sit down on a fucking table and practice. Like, of course, sometimes, for fun, I just kind of like fucked around with the practice pad, but like I didn't actually practice with a consistent schedule or something. Nah, I just made up excuses not to practice. And I just like realized that right now when I actually moved to Canada. Which is I should have realized this a while ago, but I didn't. And unfortunately, fortunately, not only me, I'm not the only lazy one. You are too, bro. And now every like soft little person is gonna comment like, oh no, I practice a lot, but trust me, when's the last time you practiced, bro? Exactly. So if you ask most people, what do you do after school? They'll say like, oh yeah, I do my homework for 2 hours, and then I'm so tired, so I play video games to relax off. And they also complain that there isn't enough time in the day. You know, oh yeah, school takes up most of my day and I don't have time to practice drums, so I'll just play video games instead. Like, bruh, can you literally think of what you just said? Like, okay, so let's imagine that you come home from school at 3 p.m., okay? 3 p.m., like somewhere around 3, okay? So you come home, you know, it takes like 20 minutes for like the school bus to come to your house, or like 20 minutes to get to your house. And then fuck, I forgot what to say. It's so weird recording these videos, man. Alright, basically, right, it takes like 20 minutes to get here. But then it takes like 2 hours, like maximum 2 hours to like do some homework, right? I mean, it's not gonna take you like I don't know, 5 hours to finish your homework. Like, if you genuinely, because you'll know, if you genuinely just sit down on the desk and focus for 2 hours, I guarantee you'll do all your homework, unless it's an essay, which you have to do for like a couple of days or something. But unless it's like that type of thing, usually it takes 2 hours to complete, right? So now 2 hours and 20 minutes are gone. So it's 5:20 p.m. right now. And let's say that, you know, you're like, I bet no one sleeps at 8, but like, let's say hypothetically that you sleep at 8, like exactly 8 p.m. Guess how much time there is left? There's 3 hours remaining, roughly. So what do you do in those 3 hours? Well, most people, what they do is they literally just play video games and eat food. That's it. But when you want to like actually genuinely become someone who's like a successful drummer, for example, take a successful drummer, do you think they played like, I don't know, 3 hours of video games when they came back from school? No, they hopped on the drum set and played for 3 hours. I mean, you don't have to play for 3 hours, obviously. 3 hours is kind of like more of the extreme side. You can still play for 1 hour. You have 3 hours left until you sleep, right? Maybe you sleep at 9, so like you have like 4 hours left. Bro, 1 hour you can spend literally playing the drums, and then you can spend the other hour, you know, working out if you go to the gym and stuff. And then you have 2 more hours. You know, 1 hour you just ate food, alright. And then, oh, that was so unintentional. It's like 1 hour and then, so 1 hour you spend time, you know, eating food. And then the other hour is your like total free time. Like we did like 3-4 things, where most people do one thing, which is bad for them, which is playing video games to relax off. There's 2 things wrong with that. First of all, playing video games aren't actually fun. Now, you might say like, oh no, it's fun. No, I guarantee, like, have you seen like any streamer gameplay before? Like, bro, their face is just like this. Do you think they're having fun while playing the video game? Or you, like, bro, when's the last time you've actually had fun playing video games? It's been a long time. Like, seriously, you've played for such a long time that now, like, it doesn't even feel fun anymore. It might sound crazy or something, but seriously, all the video gamers will click off my video. I mean, I don't really care because I want my audience to be like, you know, successful, so I don't need video gamers, but that's a side rant anyway. So basically, right, it's not fun and it wastes your time as well, by the way. Like, I mean, it's not something productive, but also you will genuinely, dude, I promise you this, when you let go of video games, there's so much more fun things to do. Seriously. And I know you're not gonna believe me, but trust me, I'm holding you on your hypothetical shoulder here. Literally, bro, you have so many opportunities. You have so many more great hobbies to spend your time with than, video games, which aren't fun and they waste your time anyway. Oh, but your lizard brain's still, making excuses like, oh, but 1 hour video games are fine. No. Dude, cut it off completely. You'll find so many more great hobbies, or drumming, for example. Like, you might already have drumming as a hobby. I guarantee once you let go of video games, you will see how fun playing drums are. Like, actually, I can't even express how fun playing drums really are. If you're not practicing some paradiddles for 3 hours straight, I bet you're having really, really awesome times with the drum set, right? So how crazy is that? Is you're avoiding something much more fun, much more productive than video games, but you're still choosing video games, and your brain's still also having the same excuses like, oh, but 1 hour of playing is fine. But you could spend that 1 hour into something more productive and enjoyable at the same time, bro. Like, have a think of this with your, human brain, like your prefrontal cortex, which has developed for over 2,000 years. Have a think of this with your rationalized brain. Like, bro, write it down or something. Like, literally, you could be spending so much more greater time, but you're choosing not to because you're believing in your brain. Stop believing in your brain. And I know this is a drumming video, but if you literally cut off video games, you will literally see how much you actually succeed with your drumming. Plus, you will see the enjoyment of drumming. You won't realize it just now, but later when you actually cut off video games, then you see how fun it is to actually play drums. You'll say to yourself what the hell was I even doing before? Damn, why was I avoiding to play this instrument? So yeah, bro, after watching this video now, your brain is again generating excuses. Just stop trusting your brain. Seriously. But that's another topic. But just stop trusting your lizard brain and just hop on the drum set or your practice pad, or just literally do it with your hands. You can even practice with your hands and you'll find that fun as well. Bro, I come from the same background as you. I used to also play video games. I literally had a friend, this is another side topic, but I literally had a fucking toxic friend that made me play video games for 9 hours, and after ending the call, I felt like shit, dude. I was that's another story, but literally I played for 9 hours. I was kind of forced, but I played for 9 hours. Instead of those 9 hours being spent on that, maybe I could have discovered drumming earlier, and I could have actually said oh my god, drumming is literally the most fun I've had for the past, I don't know, 8 years. When I literally discovered drumming, dude, and this might have happened to you as well, so when I literally discovered drumming, I was what the fuck? There's so much more fun and enjoyable activities than this thing I'm spending my time on for 9 hours. So yeah, bro, after you've watched this video, now you watched it, you're okay, first yeah, that's great, but how do I even cut off video games? I mean, it's not something that I could do oh yeah, just cut it off. Well, I have a surprise for you. You can actually cut it off right now. I dare you, dude. For 1 week, I dare you to not touch any single video games. If you have friends pressuring you to play video games, just say no bro, I'm not playing anymore. I'm just not gonna play. I dare you. I challenge you, bro. And if you can't do it, then you're a bitch. Nah, that was for like intense action. Alright, bro. I challenge you, and if you don't do it, you're a little bitch. Have a good week, bro. So yeah, but genuinely like try it for a week and see how you actually feel, and just comment it down below. Like, did it actually feel great, or did you like miss video games or something? This will determine the success of your drumming, so it's your choice. All right, my throat's dry, dude. Like, I've been recording for like 20 minutes. I don't know how much the video will be, but yeah, that's enough recording for today's episode with threatening with First Tom. Yes, First Tom is threatening his audience to not play video games. All right, bro, have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.